Billy from Team Kuribrohs here with Cormac Adams' top 64 Euros deck profile. Cormac, what did you play for the weekend and why?
I played Gouki because I thought that it was the strongest deck for the format. Well, for this event rather, because it just has basically an FTK involved in it.
Sure.
I was testing Trickstar and Strike Striker and Pure Strike Striker for quite a while, and I realised they just didn't stand up to this deck. And just having basically just your win condition being any two warriors seemed like it was pretty good. Yeah, no, it seemed to work out for the event. I thought there was going to be a lot more of this deck that I play against. I played against one, and it was the last one of Swiss, and then I also played it again in top 64. Lost to Luke Parks, so it's like I should have beat him, but my head wasn't screwed on correctly. But otherwise, I think the deck worked perfectly fine. It's all good. I'll just get into the profile now and explain other stuff afterwards. So for the Gouki monsters, you played triple Suprex, double Twist, double Headbat, double Octo, and then one with Scorpio, one Bear Hug.
Sure.
So, but thought behind these ratios is that these are staple, these are staple, these are staple. We were considering between 1 and 2 Headbat, but we decided we needed 2 because Reincarnation is in the format. And there are times when this is the only Gouki you open up, and it's really awkward, so you need to have it for the second effect, or the proper effect. We were considering playing 3 of this as well because we were playing the rank 3 build with a bunch of like level 3s and stuff. Yeah. So this would have more synergy than in a regular Gouki deck with the Sky Striker engine.
Sure.
But we just couldn't find the space. We're already at 42 cards in this deck, and we're already at 11 Goukis, and we decided we couldn't put any of these. We were considering dropping Suprex to 2 for a bit, just to accommodate it. But yeah, but you need it for just when you open like these guys. Yeah. But yeah, so this is the 11 Goukis. It's fairly standard. And then for the extenders, well, before the extenders, we have the best card of the weekend, Aqua Dolphin. Hit so many hand chops with this. I hit Parks' Ash game 1 with this, and then I proceeded to just fuck up the combo. But that's another thing entirely. Hit a lot of Jolts, hit a lot of Ashes. Somebody chained a Reaper on this once, and I had to call with the grave for that, and then I hit his Ash afterwards. That was pretty cool. That was pretty fun. And then for the extenders, we play triple Jump Forward, Standard, triple Gilasaurus. This is something we found out about Thursday night. Well, I found out about Thursday night anyway, and we began testing immediately. It's just an inherent special summon that beats the Trickstar matchup because it's just summon something, and then they can choose to summon something from their graveyard. Sure. This happened once or twice where against Trickstar players, they had a Scapegoat set, and then I special this, and they were getting greedy, and they special back a Kikari from their graveyard, and we're like, I'll let back and engage, and then I combo off, and then when a Phoenix hit their Scapegoat, they realized they can't activate, and I just OTK them. So that was kind of cool. And then for the other extenders, we played 2 Marauding Captain, because we thought it was the worst one, because people were starting to catch on that if you impermanence this, sometimes your turn ends, which is why we started playing this. And then we played triple Instant Fusion because it's the most free one. And like this and this for like a combo. Like, well, this with any of these is combo. But we were considering playing
the top. Well, any of these with like Ash is also combo.
Yeah, any of these with Ash is also combo, and like any of the level 3 hand chop like Reaper or Ogre or anything like that.
Yeah, if you play them.
Yeah, if you play them, which like we probably like people did in like the side and whatnot. We were considering the Terratop engine slightly for a little bit, but we found that we already have 11 extenders, and we thought that this is probably just slightly better because this is still like a combo anyway. Or well, the Hakatombo can just be sometimes a brick. You can normal summon it, but that's not what you're having it there for. Yeah. And even if you have like basically 4 copies of Terratop, you never actually want to open a Hakatombo. So yeah, and then we have the Italy. Loads of people keep saying that this card is a brick. There's times where if you open this, you just have a better combo than before. Yeah. But sometimes you have to have it deck. Sometimes it makes it awkward, yeah. But you beat a lot of people who don't know how to combo with Italy in their hand, and then when you can, then it's just actually just kind of free. Then we have triple Ash, and then the other hand chop I decided to play was triple Impermanence. We decided that Impermanence was slightly better than Drool for this event because we found that against the Trickster matchup we had such a good matchup against it anyway, because you have to play this for Reincarnation, but that's the only thing that you fear. Against them, your deck, if it starts to play, you should just beat them anyway. And we found that if a lot of people were playing the rank 3 build of Gouki, which is what we expected a lot of the good players to be playing, hitting the Invoker with this or the Isolde with this, they have very few outs to it in the main deck because Aqua Dolphin only hits monsters. So a lot of people were not going to be maining Drag Down or Exchange or any of these cool cards for the weekend.
Well, so people were playing Exchange.
Oh, people were playing Exchange, but it was in the side deck. So post side, you have so many hand chops that it should have like a way to open to. But in the main deck, they have no way to stop this. So we thought that was the safest idea. If I'd known I was going to play against all less Gouki, I probably would have just been drawn instead. But the theory was probably correct behind it.
It's probably better against more rogue matchups as well.
Yeah, it's decent against rogue matchups as well. I think like against a bunch of cool stuff, like against
BA it's a lot better than
BA if you hit the Phoenix Rhino Warrior or stuff like that, it can be pretty decent. And against roll, like some certain matchups it's not great against. And then for the rest of the deck, there's 3 Call by the Grave because you have to combo off all the time. 2 Rematch because you need 2 for grind games against Gouki, against the Mirror Match and against Trickstar. And also, if some people are still playing Ghost Spell, they need the second one for that. And then we have the 2 equips, Phoenix Blade and Living Fossil. We thought this is better than our Fritter because we found the Trickstar matchup, like I said previously, is pretty free anyway. So you don't need basically an extra MST or Tongue Twister for that. I'd rather have an additional extender in the times where I somewhat brick, or if you get hand trapped, this is probably much better. You never actually want to draw these cards, but this is in theory a lot better. And it came in clutch against a couple of matchups. And then for the power winners, we have Rhoda, we have Reborn, and we have Soul Charge. Top like this in my last round of Swiss to top the event, so that was pretty fun. We were considering playing stuff like 1-for-1, but we found that we just wanted cards that were just better extenders. One for one, even if it resolves, you still need another card to go with it, and at that point you have 2 cards in hand.
You don't like Gouki, you can't something like...
Exactly, that's the thing. And what we found was that a lot of the time that if we had 1-for-1, we were just discarding another extender anyway, so there was no point to have the 1-for-1. Because they used to play so many extenders, this deck had about 92-93% consistency to open a combo. We were originally playing 3 Marauding Captain instead of the 3rd Impermanence for 95%, but we found having the extra hand trap was probably better off. So and then we have the tokens, in case somebody forgets to have tokens for their scapegoat. And for the extra deck, we play Double Isolde. I got Impermanence on the first effect of this about 4 times this weekend. Please, people, stop doing that. We have Double Mermaid for the extra link. Some people thought we couldn't extra link in Europe because they didn't have Link Kuribrohs. It's literally just double of this. It's pretty good. Double Goblin, and then the 1 Phoenix, the 1 Cerberus. We thought this is the best one to have multiples of because it's the one that lets you extend further. Exactly. And depending which side of the board you have to play, this is just the most generic one. Then play the Unicorn to deal with problem cards. Underclock, it's pretty important so that you can make Trigate, and then Firewall, Warlord.
There's also like an TKB with these.
The combo for Underclock with this and linking into this, I learned around 10 and did twice in that same round, so that was pretty fun. Borload was the flex spot in this deck. We were trying to figure out Gumblar combos to figure out if that was more worth it, but we figured it for a longer event, this is probably just a safer thing to have.
It's best for going second as well.
Yeah, exactly. I can just like deal with problem cards, can deal with the Magna Lock as well if need be. And then we have Dragoness because it's rank 3 build, and then Invoker. So that was all the extra deck. It was pretty standard. The only thing we could have possibly considered was maybe an Ingirsu instead of the Borload, because it deals with a lot of the same problems that Borload does. It doesn't waste your battle phase, and also can hit back row, but I think Borload is probably just better for a lot of instances. And then for the side deck, first off we got this at the weekend. Myself and Billy, who's behind the camera now, big TX nerds. Thanks for Nick hooking us up with those. And then for the side deck we have Cowboy for Time. Never sided this in, it was pretty much a waste. Most of the side deck was pretty much a waste, I will say. But I think the theory behind it was still pretty decent. Sided Electromite because we're siding triple cherries. So the only, for the mirror and for Pendulum, we found that the only matchup that this deck could somewhat struggle against sometimes was Pendulum. If they went first and started setting up multiple negates, because they will set up multiple negates, and even if you can like sort of somewhat break their board, they can just Pendulum 5 and kill you the next turn. So we need to have something like this. And then alongside it, for the mirror match, we also sided in Triple Droll, and then we also sided in the Gamma package. So the thought process behind this was that going second in the mirror, you need to open 2 hand traps because everybody was going to be on Exchange, drag down, and Call by the Grave and Aqua Dolphin. So they have so many ways to play through your hand traps, so they're inevitably going to be able to hit 1. And even if they don't draw any of those cards, they probably have enough extenders to play through 1. So you need to have 2 of them to fully stop them comboing off, and then have them play the game.
Gamma stops at the start.
Gamma stops at the start, because if they don't have either the Marauding Captain or the instant fusion for the Dolphin, they also can't hit this, which is another thing as well.
You just negate the Dolphin with this.
You can negate this. These are both chainable to the Dolphin effect as well.
They need to have like instant fusion, Marauding, and
another
Dolphin to combo through.
Exactly. So adding into 15 hand traps was the idea for the mirror match, which I think worked out pretty decently. I only played 2 of those.
All your combos are like 2 cards.
Exactly. So if you manage to stop 2 of them, then you probably have game. And then for the last 3 side X slots, we decided to side in 3 Twin Twister. we were deciding between either Twin Twister or Red Reboot. And like the night before the event, we finished building this deck at about 6 a.m. on the Saturday morning. And so I didn't have much sleep, and I slept on the floor for 2 hours, so it wasn't great. But we found that this is was probably just better because if you draw it while they still have their floodgates flipped face up, you can still activate it, whereas Red Reboot will just be dead in that instance. In hindsight, I would have potentially not sided this. I probably wouldn't have sided the Electromite. I would have probably found some other room to put side in other back removal, like maybe like the Red Reboot as well, just because there's a lot of rogue because it's Germany, so you need something like that. But yeah, overall, event went pretty well. We had 2 people in top cut, so that was pretty decent for the team. I think it's the first time Ireland has 2 players in the same top cut for an event, definitely for Euros anyway.
Any tier 2.
Yeah. So that was pretty decent for us. And we had, for the number of people we had as well, it was pretty decent turnout for us. So I suppose you get
4 playing.
4 playing,
2 judging.
Yeah, so that was kind of interesting. For shoutouts, of course, I've got to give shoutouts to the team, even though we didn't have many there. We had very good conversion rate. Shoutouts to Vlad for also topping with me. I think he's out in the other room at the moment. Shoutouts to all the guys in Gang Squared, Kugang, Crew International, whatever our name is at the moment. Brad, Harbour, Coogan, a bunch of the other guys. The 3 of them, alongside me, all played pretty much the exact same list. They all unfortunately lost out to some very shady circumstances.
Well, Alfie played Pendulum.
Alfie played Pendulum, so he can just go do one. But it's fine, bro. But it was they all built the deck. We all built the deck together, and it would have not gone anywhere close to topping without them. I would have probably played Trickster and gone 3-3 if that was the case. Shout out to everybody in Weaves and Farmers for being the best cheerleaders over the course of the weekend, especially to Niall Bennett. Shout outs to Dan for being the best team leader of all time.
Shout out to the War Chest.
Shout out to the War Chest here. Shout out to Bowden, because I never shouted him out at Nats for playing Sky Blaster and leaking out his tech. Sorry about that, Bowden. Shout out to our sponsors over at Card Market. They're pretty cool, I guess. And I think that's more or less it. Anything else I'm missing out on, Billy?
No, you're good.
Cool.
Thank you very much, and congratulations on your top.
Thank you.
Cheers.